Backyard Gardenaire here. Gonna try to give you an update of the backyard. I've got a lot going on, so I'm gonna have to kind of go a little quick. And man, I just finished putting up some rabbit protection, so I'll be sure to show you the rabbit protection. The rabbits have been running rabid in my yard. So let's go take a look. So as you can see, like last year, I put up my rabbit protection around this bed. And I'll show you why here in a second. This is my bed of Blue Lake bush beans and sugar snap peas. Let's take a look at what the rabbits did over the last couple of days. They ate all of my sugar snap peas pretty much down to the ground. And they also, let's see if I get a good picture here. They also ate, I don't know if you can see this, my Blue Lake bush beans down to the ground. As far as in this bed, not a lot of action going on yet either, guys. All the peppers are still doing good. We got the two big Jims. We've got a couple of white devil's tails and a Jamaican Scotch bonnet. A couple more white devil's tails. Bahamian goat. Bahamian goat. This one is my Caribbean blend. Looks like an MOE Scotch bonnet. No peppers on it just yet. A couple of elephant garlics are doing really nice right there. We have a chocolate Scotch bonnet mini pepper down there. It's been struggling, so I brought it outside. And then we've got my red Savina back there. And it does have, let me see if I can show you this. It does have one little beginning of a pepper. Got a couple of orange Rossellini tomatoes here. It's weird. That one's doing really well. Orange Rossellini. This one's kind of like it's stunted. And if you look to my middle bed, these are also 3 orange Rossellinis. 1, 2, 3. And compared to the black cherries, they're also a lot smaller. So it's weird. The 3 black cherries in this bed are a lot bigger than the orange Rosselinis over here. The orange Rossellini over there is a lot smaller than its brother right there. So anyway, odd. I do have a couple of mystery cherry tomatoes growing in right here. Actually 3 of them. Got one back there, one here, and mini one there. I did, guys, when they get about 3 feet tall, and these are about 2.5, almost 3 feet, I did trim off all of the lower leaves and branches, because that will allow for less potential problems with blight and things like that. But I wanted to show you that. Let me go ahead and see if I can show you the flowers on these things. Looks like they're getting ready to produce some tomatoes. I think we got some on this one as well. So the cherry tomatoes are doing just fine. As far as the orange Rossellinis, looks like we've got some beginning of flowers and a few starting to open. Where is this guy at? Right here. There we go. Trying to stay zoomed in for you guys. And a few more on this one, but not much action going on those just yet. We do have 3 Brandywines over here. This flower was open today. It was pretty windy, so I'm thinking it got pollinated. Another Brandywine with some flowers on it, guys. And then I do have some black cherry, a couple of black cherry tomatoes over here. And really, guys, this is a gardening no-no, but I wanted to get them in the ground because I had no other space, because I do have potatoes next to them. And you don't really want to be putting tomatoes and potatoes next to each other, because if one gets blight, they both get blight. They're in the same family, as you know. So these are my red chieftain potatoes down here, and my Yukons are back there, as well as my Yukon potatoes in the pots. And they go all the way up to here, and the ones in the back are actually a little bigger. So I'm anticipating some pretty good potatoes in these pots. The cool thing is I just got flowers, as you can see here. And you know what's about right, because today's May 1st, and I planted these 3-7 So we're almost at 60 days, and they say 4 to 6 weeks after you see flowers, you should be pulling the potatoes. So that would put them right around 90 to 100 days, which is exactly about where you want to pull them. These ones were planted, if you remember, on 3/12, just 5 days later. So they're doing really well. And I do have a couple of Brussels sprouts that I brought out here only because I had no room inside, and I just wanted to see what they would do in the full sun out here. I'm not sure they'll live, but these are the ones that had 2 in the same pot. And so I figured I'd bring them out and see what they do. I do know the Brussels sprouts will appear right in between those nodes there. And if you look, it looks like we do have the beginnings of some Brussels sprouts. So we'll see what happens there if they produce it all. And then I do have a row of short and sweet carrots. Guys, I haven't thinned this out. That's a lot of carrots, man. If we looked at here, that's probably too many carrots. Well, we know it's too many. I'll have to thin them out or let them go. And then I've got some large leaf Italian basil, and I wanted to show you that. All right, everyone. Now you saw this side of the yard. Let's go take a look at what I've done on the other side. Same thing. Had to put up some rabbit protection. It's been going crazy. And we'll take a look inside my greenhouse, which I'm going to dub from now on my tomato tent. Let's go take a look. All right, guys. Let me show you what I did first. It was time to put up some rabbit protection around this side of the yard. The rabbits have been crazy here. But anyway, bottom line is I had to put up some wiring all on this side as well. Now let's go take a look at what we got here. All right, first things first. I went down to the big box market today, and I was only going there to buy some soil, and I happened to see a lot of cool things that I liked. So first thing that I got was I found Big Beef tomato. So I'm a little excited. It was doing pretty good. Put it in the ground. The blackberry root is not doing too bad. And then of course I've got some excess potatoes that I need to harvest. Over here, guys, I've same thing. I had to, I spent some money today on some dang plants, but I've never seen some Cajun bell peppers. Let me see if I can get a better shot of the thing. Maybe I'm new at this, but I've never seen spicy bell peppers. So I picked up 3 of them. Kind of excited to see what they do. Got a couple of big boy tomatoes here, guys. And put one here and another one down there. And then of course we have our 2 Thompson seedless grapevines, which I'm just letting them go for now. We're not going to get anything off them this year. I'm going to let them go, and then I'm going to eventually trim them up to give them a trellis. At the end of the season, I'll pull obviously these tomatoes out, and then I'll trellis these guys up. For now, we'll let them be. The rabbits were doing a number on my corn again. So you can see here the rabbit was gnawing at the top of this corn, gnawing at the top of that corn. So I'm kind of really glad that I got this fence up. I'm gonna have to give these guys some water, but this is my G90 and my hybrid corn. We planted 16 holes with 2 seeds in each. And it looks like we've got about 22 plants that came up out of the 32 seeds. Probably, obviously, these ones right here, I'll be thinning that out, obviously, since it died. And we'll leave that one to itself. Over here, we still have a sunflower, which wouldn't come in. I moved my white habanero from inside the greenhouse to out here, guys. We'll see if we give it a shot. It was taking up valuable real estate. I'm not really fond of the peppers that come off it. They're really hot and they're really small. So, I mean, I don't even know what I'll do with it, but I can't just kill it, so I got to replant it. A couple of sugar snap peas back here. They get way too much sun, so they're getting scorched. So I happen to put a couple of my recently acquired Santa Fe Grande, just some hot peppers, but I put them in front here, guys. Maybe they'll provide a little extra shade as they get bigger for future sugar snap peas, since I'm not sure those are going to make it. I took out my zucchini from my greenhouse and replanted it here. We'll see how it does, as well as a couple of the yellow crookneck squashes. They're probably not going to make it, as I literally just root them out of the ground. If they make it, cool. If not, oh well. Stuck a little strawberry plant in there. I know. It was the only one in the whole store all by itself. No one wanted it.
I had to pick it up. They gave me half price on it because it was pretty much about one half the price of the size it should have been. Actually, it's about 10% of the size it should have been, but I had to get it. Had to save it. We do have a couple of Black Beauty eggplants. One there and one there. And my wannabe, supposed to be watermelons, growing from a watermelon that was a seedless watermelon but had a few seeds in it, and it's done it's still in suspended animation, guys. Suspended animation. I don't get it. It grew just to this size, and now it's literally said, this is the size I will stay forever. The sweet potato's doing good as well, the red sweet potato, so I'm pretty excited about that. Alright guys, now you've seen this side of the yard as well as my original side of the yard. Let's go take a look at my tomato tent. Let's go. Alright, so here's my greenhouse. Kind of done a few things in here, guys. Now, one of my viewers actually suggested originally that I put 3 tomato plants in here and tie them up to the top, which I've done. They're just cherry tomato types. You can see a couple of cherry tomatoes there, cherry tomatoes there, cherry tomatoes there, more cherry tomatoes there, even more here, a bunch of them there, and then tons and tons and tons of flowers, guys. These plants really, really enjoy this greenhouse, and why wouldn't they? So let's see what we got here. We got Florida 91. We've got 2 of these peppers, or tomatoes, sorry guys. We got one back there, as well as another one right there. Then I picked up, which I liked the way they looked, some indigo rose tomatoes. And we've got one here. It's even got a few tomatoes already on it, which I might pluck them off because I want this sucker to get healthy first. And then we've got a second one over here. We've got a Heat Master. This is a determinate tomato. All these tomatoes in here, guys, by the way, can take extreme heat and temperature. So I brought them in here for that reason, because it's gonna get a little hotter in here in the next several months. My New Mexico Big Jim, guys, I do have those in here. They've been surviving. They're starting to get a little more red, so I'll probably pick these off so this plant can recover. It's been struggling. I've got 3 serrano peppers back here. I've trimmed all the foliage off this, guys, because it wasn't doing too good, and this in the last couple of days has just started to come back to life. Got a baby serrano down there, and a few more serrano plants over here. Again, not doing too well. I'm probably gonna end up pulling these. I just don't have the heart. And honestly, once I trimmed these serrano peppers back, they seem to have started to come back to life. On this side, we did it. We actually bought a Heinz heirloom. Yeah, I had to get it, guys. I had to get it. I just thought it was pretty cool. Anyway, got one there. And then we've got a Fresno chili, which I've grown in the past, but this was the last one of the Fresno chilies. So I felt like pick it up, and let's put it with my early jalapeno peppers that are over here. So I'm dubbing this area Tomato Tent, because it's got 11 tomato plants in it, pretty much all those that you see right here. It's also got 8 pepper plants. We'll see how long these guys last. I'm gonna have to start trimming this guy down because he's almost grown to the very top of the greenhouse. Anyway, guys, that's a quick backyard update. I say quick, I know it's 15 minutes almost, but just wanted to show you everything that's going on. I won't be able to update you this next weekend because I'll be out of town, but I get back on May the 9th. So I'll probably update you late next week or mid next week, somewhere on that time frame. Next week as in next week. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them. If you like what you're seeing, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Thanks.